This is one of my favourite rotational mobility exercises for your spine. We're going to do book. So we're going to come down onto the mat, making sure your hip and shoulder are in a line and that your head stays in line with the rest of your spine. So you're going to need a cushion under that head. Arms come out parallel. And we're going to stretch that top arm forward and then reach it up so your hand is in line with your shoulder. And then the rotation is coming through your mid-spine. So think about your rib cage moving, gently bringing that arm back behind you, making sure your hips stay stacked one on top of the other. We're going to hold that at the back for an inhale. And then exhale, gently bring that arm up so your hand is in line with the sky. And then gently bring that arm back to the front, fighting gravity as you bring that arm back. Every time you rotate back, you can either leave your head facing forward or you can take your hand with you. It's entirely up to you. As you come back, remember you're rotating through that mid-spine until your hand is in line with your shoulder, and then you're gently closing that arm down. You should get a nice stretch across the chest as you bring that arm back behind you. Once we've finished our set, we're going to roll over onto the other side, making sure your hip and shoulder are in line. And again, stretching that arm forward, reaching up to the sky, and then letting that spine rotate backwards. So you coming from your rib cage, nice opening chest stretch, keeping your hips stacked one on top of the other. And then again, using your spinal mobility to bring that arm back to facing the ceiling, and then slow controlled movement of the hand back to our starting location. Making sure your shoulders remain relaxed, so don't bring your shoulder up towards your ear as you rotate back. Keeping your knees glued together. So the rotation comes through that mid-spine, and we're going to exhale, engage your core and rotate back, making sure that you're using those core muscles to stabilize the movement. And once you've finished your set, coming up into your rest pose. Next, we're going to go through a forearm massage. So what we're going to do is sit, bring one arm across your body, and then use your thumb and fingers to gently massage the inside and the outside of the forearm. We're going to apply just a little bit of pressure to each sore spot until that releases, and then move to the next. Going to spend 20 to 30 seconds on each sore spot, and we're going to try and do this for 2 to 3 minutes. So you may need to pause this video, and then once you've done your 2 to 3 minutes, come back and press the play button for your next exercise. This is a brilliant exercise for everyone who uses a computer. Forearms are overused, overworked, and they're things that we don't think about looking after, really, to be honest. People that get tennis elbow, etc., those kind of injuries, a bit of forearm massage can really help to rejuvenate that muscle tissue and fascia, and to get the forearm working how you want it to work and being the best it can be. This is great for tennis players, golfers, people that cycle and are gripping the handlebars, people that lift weights and are gripping heavy weights especially as well. This is an exercise that we all could benefit from. I hope you really enjoy it. So now we have done our forearm massage, we're now going to do a forearm stretch. So we're going to make a fist, put the fist into a cup of the other hand, and then just push the fist forward. This is great for just getting the muscles back to their optimal length, getting them move through the range of motion that that muscle has got. We're holding this for somewhere between 15 and 30 seconds. You may find that you feel it more in your wrist or your shoulder to start with, but it should gently release and become more of a forearm stretch. Let me know how you get on with this one. It's one of my favourite stretches, a really odd one. People often think forearm stretch, really, but it is a really good stretch. I hope you enjoy it too. Next up, we have a calf stretch and strengthen. So coming to sitting however is comfy, legs out straight, going to place the band around the top of your foot, so around the ball of your foot. Going to bring the band in so you've got some tension in the band, and then we're going to push the foot away, and then as the foot comes back towards you, you get a nice stretch in the calf as well. You can, if you want to, hold this for a little bit longer. So I'm moving and keeping the movement continuous, but if you wanted to push out, hold for a bit, bring your foot in, let that stretch happen for a couple of seconds, and then release down and push down and get the strength element of the exercise. That also would be fine. If you want to slow it down a little bit, that's great. You can lift your foot up off the floor, as you can see here, or you can keep your foot rested on the floor, whatever is better for you. We're working into the calves here, building strength, but also getting that really lovely stretch as well, working on the movement you can create at the ankle once you've finished coming into your rest pose. Next, we're going to do a predominantly core focused exercise, but also really good for building strength in your hips and your shoulders. So we're going to come up onto our elbow. So it's really important your elbow is under your shoulder. You can roll your mat up a little bit if you need a little bit more support under there. And also you'll see I've rolled up the mat under my knee as well, and you can do the same. You're going to stretch out the top arm and leg, and then we're going to bring them to the middle. So your elbow and knee are coming together in the middle, not rounding your spine. So you're keeping your core nice and strong, keeping your spine nice and long, and you're just bringing that arm and leg to the center, stretching out through that arm and leg as they go long. And then we're going to swap and do exactly the same on the other side. So make sure your elbow is under your shoulder, knee is resting nicely on your mat. Keeping your core nice and strong. Keeping that bottom hip lifted, so keeping yourself in a good aligned position. Keeping your body nice and straight, really using your core to help hold you in position. And then when you're finished, coming back into your rest pose.